Hello everyone, I greet in the name of God Almighty. My name is Apostle Newton Silas, and today we have a very interesting video to react to, and this one says Saudi Arabia angers Muslim with Ramzan restriction. Okay, I believe that this is going to be a very interesting video. When we get down to it, we could hear some of the controversial rules this video is talking about. So if today happens to be the first time of you checking out my channel, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and follow me on my Facebook and Instagram. And if you have any video you want me to react to, don't forget to drop it at the comment section and I'm going to check it out. So guys, before we get on to the video, I'm a theologian and I make this video not to discredit anyone's religion. This is basically for educational purposes, and I believe that at the end of this video we all are going to learn from this. So guys, when we get out to the video, we could hear some of the rules this video is talking about. So let's get on to the video and check this out.
We now head to Saudi Arabia, the de facto leader of the Muslim world, now at the receiving end of their anger. Ahead of Ramzan, Saudi Arabia is facing backlash from Muslims worldwide. What for? For the restrictions it has imposed on the holy month. 10 of them. They include the surveillance of worshippers, a ban on broadcasting prayers in mosques, a limit on the volume of loudspeakers, and no children in mosques during prayers. The diktats are said to have come straight from Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. The question is why? Observers say this may be another attempt to limit the influence of Islam in public life. Remember, Saudi Arabia is changing. From football clubs to women behind wheels, they've come a long way in the past few years. Do these new rules point to a cultural shift? Our next report explores.
Okay.
Ahead of Ramzan, Saudi Arabia has come under fire. What is Ramzan? It is a period of fasting and prayer for Muslims. And the holy month is expected to begin on March 22nd. What is the reason behind this anger? Saudi Arabia has announced a set of rules on the practice. Many are calling these restrictions controversial. There is a list of 10 rules. Some of them say that evening prayers must not be prolonged. Mosque officials cannot be absent except for extreme necessity. The use of camera inside mosques is forbidden. Prayers cannot be broadcast. Prayers will not be emitted on loudspeakers. Mosques are forbidden from collecting financial donations. Fasts will be broken in mosque courtyards instead of the mosque itself. Children are not allowed in mosques during prayers. And worshippers will be under surveillance during the month's last 10 days. These restrictions have sparked outrage among many Muslims worldwide. Some are calling them dictatorial, but the government has brushed away these concerns. During an interview with a Saudi news channel, a government spokesperson, Abdullah al-Nazi, said this framework will preserve sanctity. It will also help keep mosques clean. Referring to the ban on the broadcast, he said it will reduce exploitation of recorded film. The diktats are said to have come straight from Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. It's being seen as an attempt to further limit the influence of Islam in public life. Saudi Arabia's de facto ruler has been on a sweeping liberalization drive. He is pushing a new era of openness. It is surely helping the Saudi economy. It is on track to be the fastest growing G20 economy. But observers say it comes with a de-emphasis on religion. They continue to promote cultural activities, simply because these activities appeal to an international audience. Like the increased promotion of musical concerts, or invitations to popular Western artists. What if the critics aren't wrong? These are head-spinning times in Saudi Arabia. Conservative social and religious codes micromanage daily life. But then there are everyday examples of a cultural shift. Women driving, businesses no longer segregating customers, movie theaters opening up, and pop stars rapping on concert stages. The Crown Prince also defanged Saudi Arabia's religious police. They once elicited widespread fear. There were cases of the said police chasing men and women out of malls, forcing them to pray, and berating anyone mingling with the opposite sex. But critics say these shifts are purely transactional. Now that Saudi's social reforms are expanding, the kingdom has invested in tourism and sporting, like hosting the Formula One Grand Prix race and owning football clubs. What do they aim for with such staggering investments? They wish to buy international approval, all while cracking down vigorously on dissent. Over the past few years, the kingdom has arrested dozens of women activists, clerics, journalists, as well as royal family members. There has been an 82% jump in executions since King Salman and his son, the Crown Prince, came to power in 2015. The world has not been ignorant about the human rights abuses in Saudi Arabia. So the kingdom may be opening up, but opening up an economy cannot justify closed minds.
Oh, that's a very interesting video. Now I understand what this Ramzan, you understand, means, which this video has explained it to me as the period of prayers for the Muslims. But then some of the rules that we are set up by the Saudi Arabia Crown Prince, of course, is rather affecting the religious practice in Saudi Arabia, and then some condemnation from Muslim nations. Now, when you look at it in a sense critically, some of those rules in a sense we are being set up based on the economic benefit to be able to boost the economy of Saudi Arabia. And that's why when you look at it in the terms of the music, or let's say the entertainment, and then also some of the clubs and all those things, like here they're trying to put Saudi Arabia in the map so that to boost their economy. And the truth about it is, have the economy of Saudi Arabia been boosted? Yes, the answer is yes. But the question is, what of the religious aspect? You see, that is where we cannot be able to answer. And that comes up to one thing. One thing I want to point out is the judgment day. You see, this world has been run in the sense that people are beginning to forget that we are just here on a temporal basis, right? And then after that, we are returning back to our home. Now, the question is, okay, let's assume that Saudi Arabia becomes the world performing economy, or the best